All right, ladies and gentlemen, America, Jerry and Bulldog Nation, hope you're having a great Monday. Well, Donald Trump went to Paris to attend the opening of the Notre Dame Cathedral. And while he was there, he got to visit with Prince William. He got to talk in the front row to Jill Biden. But it was a success. And my guess is, I'm sure Trump did a lot of foreign diplomacy while he was there. In fact, I think that's why he went. A lot of this gave him the opportunity, excuse to be over in Paris, France, where he could talk to a lot of these leaders. Assad has fled Syria. Syria has fallen. He has taken immunity and asylum with Putin. Of course, we know that Putin backed Assad. That was his inroads into the Middle East. However, the United States military hit about 75 bombing missions with ISIS inside Syria. The problem we have here is we don't know what's going to happen from this vacuum. It's kind of scary. It's good that Assad is gone. Who replaces Assad is going to be interesting. Lara Trump is stepping down from the RNC. She did a great job. This is also opening up rumors that maybe she will, in fact, be appointed the United States Senator to replace Marco Rubio from Florida. Alina Habba has been appointed special counsel for the President of the United States. Nice broad title, good for her. Syria, I brought this up again. U.S. military had hit military locations inside Syria, and maybe that helped lead to the downfall of Assad where he left. New Jersey drones. You know, this is beyond bizarre that we have these drones that are hanging out in New Jersey, a bunch of them, including over Bedminster in New Jersey, where Trump's country club is, where he lives a lot. And either A, this is government, so just tell us, or it's not government, and why in the hell are you allowing it to happen? In other words, if this is not a government or Trump-sponsored drones, why in the hell are they allowed to exist? Makes no sense to me at all. Eric Adams says he's considering becoming a Republican. The mayor of New York City, that'd be something else, wouldn't it? Daniel Penny trial jury deliberations continue today. On Friday, the jury was hung up on manslaughter, so the judge has tossed that. So now they're looking at the lesser included charge of negligence homicide. If I was Penny, I think Penny's got a great appeal if he does get convicted for this. However, you're looking at 4 years instead of 15 years. But Daniel Penny to serve 1 day in jail is a travesty. Health insurance companies all over the country, they are worried about their CEOs. They're worried about their webpage. They're worried about their self-image. You know what? It is war against these insurance companies, as they deserve to have war. Medical Protective, we should put them up there. Thompson Killer. Well, they're out. They apparently found his backpack in Central Park. They're diving in the water there in Central Park to try to find the gun. They say he's left New York City on a Greyhound bus. I want to tell you something. Eric Adams says they know his identity, but they don't want to name him to tip him off. That is a lie. If they knew who this guy was, in my opinion, they would tell the world so everybody could be looking for him, knowing for him. It makes no sense. If they know who he is, they would announce it to the world. I don't think they know who he is yet. That's my opinion. January 6th defendants. This is great. One was just sentenced, and he said, it doesn't matter what you give me, Trump's going to pardon me. On day one. Hegseth, he's fighting. Things are looking up for him. And Jody Ernst, who apparently was opposing it, now is apparently supporting it. But it looks like Hegseth is recovered. Putin, he actually put out the areas of the United States that they're going to hit in a nuclear war. Wild jury verdict. A Florida jury awarded Tyree Sampson's estate $310 million. This is where he fell from this amusement park ride. Amusement park did not defend, probably have very limited funds to pay. But crazy verdict, $310 million. Do not be a spleeny, cockered clotpole. Be an oracle. Coming up next, local news. All right, here we go with local news. Mount Adams suspect pictured here, has now been arrested. This is the guy who was stabbing. Not good. We'll see what happens to him. Andy Beshear has been elected vice chairman of the Democratic governors, and he created a New Hampshire PAC. Andy wants to be president. He will not be president. Indiana execution. They executed this guy. First time in 15 years Indiana's executed anybody. 471 bridges ready for reconstruction now. Will be March. Kentucky's death penalty. This is a pretty interesting situation. The Attorney General of Kentucky, Russell Coleman, is asking the Franklin Circuit Court to validate the Kentucky death penalty. Kane Carter, pictured here, was convicted in Kenton County of 177 counts of possession of child porn. Death penalty. Letcher County. This is where the sheriff shot the judge. Apparently they were both involved in some wild and crazy stuff, according to some witnesses. They even referred to the Letcher County Courthouse like a brothel. I guess apparently the judge got the daughter involved of the sheriff, and he gets killed. Hamilton County deputy in corrections has been charged with smuggling and contraband to the Hamilton County Jail. Churchill Downs, the National Horse Association and Churchill Downs are suing each other. I'm with Churchill Downs, I think, on this one. And Frisch's. They're shutting down more Frisch's, including the two closest to me, Independence and Fort Wright. Let me tell you what happened with Frisch's, though. I'll give you a business perspective on this. The people who bought, the fund who bought Frisch's, what they did is they raped the company. They're not operators. And what they did is they sold all the real estate, pocketed the money, created leases that they're defaulted on. The money is long gone. There's going to be lawsuits. You just watch over all this. But this fund raped and destroyed Frisch's. Sad. Coming up next, because Spindley's out one more day in world news. Coming up next, lots of sports. All right, here we go with Sports Without Boundaries. The University of Kentucky came back from a 19-point deficit on Saturday night. 19 points, halftime deficit, and defeated Gonzaga in overtime, 90-89. What a victory. College playoff brackets are set. You can see them right there where they all rank. Notably, Alabama was let out. But let me tell you something. I just want to say this. Boise State has a first-round bye. Do you think they'd beat Alabama? You think they're going to beat Georgia? You think they're going to beat Notre Dame or Ohio State or Tennessee? Hell no. Indiana is not going to beat Notre Dame. Isn't going to happen. Arizona State's not going to beat an SEC team. Isn't going to happen. The other thing, SMU. SMU strength of schedule is like 109. Clemson had 3 losses, and SMU lost to them. SMU's not going to beat any of these teams. It's a joke. We need the fans. They forget about the fans. The fans want the 12 best teams, regardless of records, regardless of conference. We want the 12 best teams. If that means they're all from the Big Ten and the SEC, too bad. If that means there's only one ACC team, so be it. We want the 12 best teams. All right, NFL. Great games yesterday. The Steelers beat the Browns. Kansas City won another one with the Chargers. But the bottom line is the playoff picture will not be final until the last week. Northern Kentucky University beat Indy. And University of Indiana, Indianapolis, 66-64. Soto, formerly of the Yankees, just signed with the Mets, 15 years, $765 million. What do you think Soto, how well he's going to be playing in 15 years? These contracts are a joke. A joke. Dave Parker was elected into the Hall of Fame. So was Dick Allen. Good for you, Dave Parker. Chase Herbstreit. This is Kirk Herbstreit's son from Ohio State. ESPN announcer has chosen Michigan to play college football. Bengals and Cowboys tonight, Monday Night Football. 3.1 million bet somebody made for the Eagles to beat the Carolina Panthers, and he almost lost. UC beat Howard. Go Bearcats. Bama is going to be playing Michigan in a bowl game. I also saw where that's going to be a great game. I also saw where LSU is going, who they're going to play. But bottom line is, some of these other bowl games are going to be better than the college playoff games. Ryle lost to Trinity in Kentucky high school football. Sorry, Ryle. Cooper lost to Bowling Green. Their undefeated season over. Beechwood won. Moeller lost in the state finals in Ohio. And Randy Moss is taking a break from ESPN through his health issue. Hope he's all right. Coming up next, pop culture. All right, lots of great pop culture. And if you wonder why I do pop culture, these little bits we do get the most views. We're up like over 100,000 views on the Hawk Tua on her crypto. All right, Jay-Z has been named in a lawsuit claiming that he and P. Diddy raped a 13-year-old girl. Jay-Z is claiming blackmail. You watch the lawsuit start coming for Jay-Z. Jay-Z maybe will be smarter than P. Diddy and flee the country with his money. Selma Hayek, she's set near the front. You know why? Her billionaire husband gave $113 million for the remodel and configuration and reconstruction of Notre Dame Cathedral. Holy cow. How did it cost so much? All right, this violin, which is 300 years old, might bring $18 million. That's a lot of money for a violin. And Anna Kane has been identified as the unknown girl that was raped by P. Diddy, gang raped when she was a young girl. She is the wife of a former NHL hockey player, former wife of the NHL hockey player, but she's coming forward and she wants her name out there now. Anna Kane, P. Diddy, gross guy. A Mexican actress pictured here drank some venom, like for some health reason, and died from it. Little health tip for me. Don't drink snake venom. Chuck Norris's mom, you know how tough Chuck Norris is, right? You can turn on the switch and he goes to bed before it becomes dark in the room. But you know what? His mother, 103 years old. Old Chuck has some good genes. Kate Cassidy has had to move out of Liam Payne, the One Direction guy who died, move out of his house, and she's suffering because she can't afford her $35,000 a month that she was spending. And Paris Jackson is engaged to Justin Long. This, of course, is Michael Jackson's daughter. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.